the development's pushing ahead rather on a fast pace, isn't it? Quite simply, touching on what Michael said earlier, the constraints of the driveway, unfortunately, are a constraint, and that's not just for how we were doing the planning, it's also equally for how we're actually building it. The services have to go in, and they are near on half a mile long. We've got a new road being laid, but because of the trees, we've got a membrane that protects the root protection area of the trees going along the driveway. That's then going to have the finished surface going along to not only widen the private road, but make it more accessible for larger vehicles to access in and out of the development for the build. So that's been quite a complex task in itself to design and organise, but that's well underway now. That's a massive achievement. The properties in themselves are being constructed of timber frame SIPS panels, which we're getting done off-site. So while that's getting done in an off-site construction environment, we're going to be doing, again, because of the constraint of the trees, constraints getting used a lot in this conversation, we're having the foundations done with screw piling. Whilst the screw piling foundations are taking place for essentially the foundations of each plot, the construction of the timber frame houses will be done in as concurrent with the oversight and the foundations. So we're maximising on time by doing what we do best and working out new methods of construction to follow, so we're not losing time and constrained by having weather constraints, etc. This construction method is literally foolproof in regards to weather anyway. So that's essentially what the next 3 months is about. Just getting that orchestrated, making sure that it carries on, and by the summer we'll probably have quite a number of plots already on the ground and watertight, ready for the interior finish.
Yeah.
We don't want to rush viewing, essentially. Even though the site is fantastic to look at in the spring and summer months, we literally want to get everything perfectly ready for the first unit to be available for viewing, we'd say early autumn. So we'll get all of the grounds done, a lot of the landscaping starting to get heavily underway in the grounds. The driveway will obviously be fully done. It just makes it a lot better as an approach to seeing and viewing a property, to get all of that ready. We don't want to rush it. It just warrants itself to seeing and letting people see what our dream and passion, and obviously seeing that how that evolves is crucial for us, for them to see what we've created.